No concern, Ravi, but just like, can we get topic-wise interview questions?
Topic wise interview question. So for interview part, like we have separate session. Okay.
Yeah, but
That
since we are
audible?
discussing about topic now, right, if you could give me some kind of, maybe not real interview questions, at least kind of some questions, so that it will remember.
See, topic wise, I don't have. But meanwhile, like whenever I will fill that kind of question they used to ask, so far we are going through very basic. Okay. They will not listen from these things, but like you should have this kind of knowledge, like knowledge of this thing. So far we haven't covered things where they will ask interview question. Today we are going to handle this error handling. From there, definitely the few question will come. Slowly that things will come. I will keep discussing. But yeah, like if you want very detailed understanding of interview question and all, so for that we will start things from I think 1st of March. Okay, fine. So hope everyone joined. So let me share my start recording. Okay, recording already started. So as discussed last session, like today I will cover one is data weave and another one is error handling. First, we will discuss error handling, then we will have break, and then we will discuss data weave. Or maybe error handling is big topic, so maybe today entire class we can spend in error handling also. Then let's see. Since error handling itself is a big topic. Okay, in error handling again there will be some theoretical discussion. Okay, actually also you need to know something in error handling. Okay, I think there might be some noise from my side. Let me.
Your
So
screen is not your screen is not visible.
okay, what about others?
It's visible, Roy.
It's visible.
Yeah, visible, visible.
It visible.
Okay, okay. Let me rejoin. Okay.
Meanwhile, we can go with some theoretical discussion about error handling. Yeah. So first of all, to learn error handling, we need to understand the purpose of error handling. Okay. So whenever we develop any mule application, there might be possibility there is some error in our mule application. Okay. So in that scenario, we need to do handling of that particular error to make a user to make a user understand what is going on, what is wrong with our API. So to handle error, we have four components in MuleSoft. First one is error handler. Then on error continue. Then on error propagate. Error. A part of that, we use try block also to do error handling on component level. So we have try block. This component we use to handle why I'm saying component level, I will explain you later on. First, we will be focused on this 4 component. Okay. So first, error handler. This error handler is nothing scope. Okay. It provide scope where we define any error handler component like on error continue, error propagate, erase error. Okay. So this error handler component, it do nothing. It will just give you one scope where you can define, where you can handle the error with the help of this on error continue, on error propagate, or erase error component. Okay. So if you go in studio also, let me create one mule application. So here you can see we have this 4 component where we have this error handler. Okay. And this error handler, it do nothing. It provide one scope, okay, where we can create or define error part. Okay. And to define or create any error, we use this 3 component. Okay. So inside error handler only we can define this 3 component. We can't define outside. Let me try to put this component outside of this. We are unable to put this outside of this component. But if I am dragging and dropping it here, I can. So to define this 3 component, we must need to have this error handler scope. Okay. So like technically, it will not do anything when you it or erase error component. Whenever you want to use this component, first thing you need to drag and drop this error handler. And inside that, you can define these 3. Everyone clear on this part? Okay. So error handler will give you scope where you can define error handling component like on error continue, on error propagate, and erase error. Hope everyone clear on this part. Now what I will do, let me create first simple mule application. Okay. I will create simple mule application. Okay. And then I will take one transform message. And here, what I will do, I will create one error. Okay. So to create error, I will generate result equals to 10 divided by 0. Okay. 120 divided by 0. Oh, sorry, not equals to result column. So I will deploy this mule application. Meanwhile, this application is getting deployed. Meanwhile, let me tell you one more thing. Last time we have seen error response. Okay, this response we seen, and we seen in body we are passing this payload. Body we are passing this payload. So if you see, This is the response for success one. If you scroll down, if you will scroll down, here you can see error response. Okay, so on top of this error response, whatever you can see, whatever things you can see, one is body, then header, then status code, then region page, everything we are defining for success one. In case of success, all these value come from different place. All the parameter has their default value also. For response, sorry, status code, if you are not defining anything for success, by default is 200 response code. Okay, so this default response code for success response is 200. So in status code, if you are not defining anything, it will send 200. But if you want to put something else, then you need to define it here. Either you can hard code it here, or you can take value from some variable or payload. That is first thing. Second, here you can see we have error response part. Okay, so in error response, we have body, we have header. In body, you can see from in error response, we are not passing payload. We are passing error dot description. Okay, so what we are passing? We are passing error dot description. Now you will say, what is this error? Okay. If you remember our very initial class, whenever you will trigger your mule application, okay, mule event will be created. Okay, and this mule event will contain variable. Correct? And this message will contain what all things will be part of this message. Can anyone tell me?
Payload and attributes.
Yes, payload and attributes. And what will be part of attributes?
Query parameter.
Headers,
Headers,
Query
query
params.
params, URI params.
URI.
Okay. So whenever you will start your mule processing, this mule event will be created. And whenever there will be error occur, it will be created. Or you can see error event will be created. Okay. So whenever there will be error, this error event will be created. This error structure. Okay. So you can see here, we are taking from this event, we are taking description. Okay. You can say this error object. And from this error object, we are taking description. So in case of error, whenever there will be error, we will pass this error response, and value of body will be error dot error description. Okay. If you want, you can update this. You can put something additional, but by default, this will be your response in case of error. It's deployed. Let me open Postman. Okay. So I'm calling that API. Request will come, it will fail here. Okay. So at this moment, you can see there is no error object. Okay. We don't have error object, but once it will fail, you can see here, this error object got created. Okay. This is the error object, this one. So whenever there will be error, this error object will be created. And if you will extend this error object, so you can see here, it has multiple child node. What all child node it has? Description, detailed description, type, errors, okay, exception, all these things are there. So you don't need all this thing every time. The main component which you will use multiple time, one is description, detailed description, type, and error code should be there. That is not, I can't see here. Okay. And if you want to see their structure, so MuleSoft has also created one documentation. The documentation also, they have given structure of this error object. So inside error object, we have description. It will give you description of the problem, detailed description. It will give you detailed description of the problem type, what kind of type is there. Okay. So for error in MuleSoft, we have multiple type that we will discuss later on. At this moment, it might be difficult for you. Then region, then message, child error. So like that, we have multiple things. Okay. But we will be more focused on this. Okay. And yeah, mostly we use these three only, but for knowledge purpose, you can understand what other component it has. Okay, so you can see here, whenever the error, all these things will be created. These are the child element of this error object. Okay, and here in description and detailed description, you can see what is the problem. Okay, we are trying to divide a number by 0. Okay, which will not be handled by MuleSoft. That's why we are getting this error. Okay, so it's telling us at which line number, column number we have this particular error. Then here in detailed description, generally it will be same only, but sometime it will give you more description. Okay, and then here you can see we have type. Okay, and in type you can see it's a mule expression error. Okay, so this is the type, and always type will be divided into two parts. One is prefix, another one is error type. Okay, so it will be always divided into two parts, prefix and then it's a mule expression error or what kind of error. So that kind of detail, like how many types we have, that discussion we will do soon. But just to understand, for each kind of error, there will be one type. Okay, and we can create our custom type also. This is like predefined type which exists, but if we are creating our own error, then we can define type also. Okay, so now whenever there will be error, all this thing will be created. And once I will execute this, so what will happen? It will send error response here. And as I mentioned, what will be your body? Body will be error.error description. So here in body, you will get error description. And why I'm getting this error description? Since it is defined in our listener. If you go in response of listener, if you go in error response, then your output will be plain text. So you can see it's coming in text, plain text, and we are getting this description. Error inside error object, whatever description is there, we are getting this description. Here you can see we are getting this status code. Why we are getting this status code? Since we haven't defined anything. In status code, we haven't defined anything. So by default, in case of error code will be 500. In case of success, by default, status code will be 200. But in case of error, by default, it will be 500. Okay. So here you can see in success also, we are not defining at this moment status code. But whenever you will run your mule application, every time you will get status code equals to 200. This status code you will get always 200 in case of success. And since default value of success is 200 and default value of error response is 500. Okay. So in status code, you are getting this 500. That is default value. Everyone clear till this point? See, error part will be very important. It might be a bit complex also. So we'll take it slowly only. If anyone has any doubt till this point, let me know. I'm doing small recap, whatever we covered so far. So in error handling, we provide us 4 components: error handler, on error continue, on error propagate, and rage error. Error handler will be mule component. First scope where we can use error handler component like on error continue, on error propagate, and rage error. Okay, it don't do anything. It just provide scope. So whenever there will be error, it will come to error handler, and inside error handler, using this on error continue or propagate, whatever you will do, it will do that processing. Okay. Now, whenever there will be error, one error event will be created or error object will be created, which contain description, detailed description, error type, and error message. Like that, it contains many things, but we will be more focused on error description, detailed description, and error. Okay, this thing we will use mostly. Okay. Now, you can see here, we got error here. Okay, inside this flow, we have this error handler component. Okay, we are talking about this error handler component. This is the same error handler component what you can see here. Okay, by default, flow will contain error handler component, but subflow will not have any error handler component. Okay, that is the main difference between flow and subflow. Flow has error handler component. Okay, but subflow don't have error handler component. That's why subflow will be dependent on their parent flow. If there will be any error in subflow, error will be handled by their parent. But all the flow have their error handler. Okay, so that will be handled by their error handler. But at this moment, we are not handling error. We are not doing with any. Whatever error is coming, it will come here, but we are not doing anything. Okay, so what will happen? In this case, it will call default error handler. If we are not defining anything inside error, then what it will do? It will call default error handler, and whatever you can see at this moment in our response, this is handled by default error handler. Okay, default error handler also has something that I will discuss in some time. Okay, I didn't like actually what happened with default error handler. Default error handler contains on error propagate with empty. Nothing is there in that will contain one empty on error propagate. Okay, so it will just default error handler will take that request. Okay, and there will be one on error propagate. It will go there and just complete the process, and you will get response back. Okay. This response is coming from on error propagate of default error handler, since we haven't defined anything in our error handler. We haven't defined anything in our error handler. So from here, control will go to default error handler. Now you will say, who will define this default error handler? So it is inbuilt inside Mule application. We don't need to do anything. MuleSoft compiler has inbuilt error handler for default error handler. Okay, if you are not handling your error using error handler component, then it to default error handler, which is defined by MuleSoft, okay, internally, and which contain empty on error propagate. Okay. This might be interview question. If you are not defining error handler, then what will happen? So it will go to default error handler, and default error handler contains empty on error propagate. Now coming to these two component, okay. Just now we seen one example using default error handler. Now we will see how we can handle error in with the help of this on error continue and on error propagate. Okay, so let's start with on error continue. Okay. So on error continue is error handler component. Okay. Catch error and send success response. Okay. So what this on error continue component do? Whenever there will be error in your flow, it will catch that error and it will send success response. Okay, how it happens now? Let's see. What I will do inside this error handler, I will use on error continue. Okay, and inside this on error, what will happen if there will be any error? It will be catched by this error handler. Now it will not go to default error handler since we have defined our own error handler component. Inside this error handler, we have defined our own error handler component. Now this component will handle the error, so it will not go to default error handler. Now here what I will do, I will simply put one logger. I will put message like on error. On error continue handling error message. Okay, so now we will see the control. Okay, let me save this. So it's deployed. Now let me call this. So request came here. Okay. Since we are creating error here, so it will fail here. Then this time, last time, if you remember, it went inside error handler, but there was nothing. So it went to default error handler and we got response immediately, error response. But this time it will go to this on error continue. So it went to this on error continue and this logger will execute. Okay. And we will able to see log message here. This logger will execute and we will see able to see log message and it will complete the process. Now, can anyone tell me what will be status code here?
200.
Status
Success.
code will be 200 and what will
200.
be message here?
200.
Message. That is status code.
But logger
what will
message.
logger
Only that
message?
called continue. Only
Sorry?
continue. The logger message, yeah.
Logger message. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else? Okay. So for everyone, I'm giving 2-minute time. So what you need to tell me, what will be status code and message in response? What will be our message body and what will be status code after execution of this? So for everyone, just take 2 minutes and quickly reply. So far, no one has answered correct. No one has given correct answer. Just as a hints, I'm telling you, no one has given 100% correct answer. Just put in chat whatever you have in your mind. So far, no one has given correct answer. So as I mentioned at the very beginning only, for this on error continue, not beginning, just now I explained, it will catch the error and it will send success response. Okay. So whenever you will execute on error continue, send response, that response will be treated as success response. In case of success response, we are sending payload. Our listener one, I mentioned if there will be success, since on error continue will catch the error, but it will send success. Okay. So as a response, you will able to see whatever payload we are passing in input, since we are not updating that payload. So till end, that is the same payload we have. Okay. So in response, we are getting payload with 200. Why we are getting payload with 200? If you go to listener, okay. So this is the response for success. Okay, this is the response for error. If you will use on error propagate, then you will get this error dot is error description. But we are using on error continue, and as per discussion, I mentioned on error continue will send success response. So this listener will treat that response as a success only. And what is the success response? Payload. And here, whatever payload we are taking, we have that payload. Before updating that payload in transform message, we are trying to update that payload, but it's failing. So before that, we have same payload what we are getting in request. That's why in response, we are getting same payload. Everyone clear on this part? Now let me do a small modification. I will put one transform message before this failed transform message. And here, result. Okay. So let it deploy.
Ravi, format is Java in the transform.
Okay. Let me change it into JSON to make it like we'll able to understand. If we will put Java, then it will send binary format. So change in JSON. So this one is successful. That's why this one is passed. Okay. And at this moment, payload is this one. Okay. This one has some issue, like we are dividing by 0. So this one will fail. It will go to this error handler and it will go to the error continue. Now, once this will be executed, so everyone send in chat, what will be HTTP status code and what will be error message? Yes, so everyone need to send me status code and error mess like response payload in this case. So this time I can see most of you have given correct answer only. Yeah. So this time result will be first transform message and 200. Okay. Yeah. So everyone given correct answer. So this will be your result and this will be your message. Now coming to second component. Okay. On this on error continue on also we have lots of discussion pending. Okay. We are just initiated the discussion, but before going to detailed discussion, first we will understand this on error propagate. Okay. So this on error propagate will catch error, but it will send and it will send error response. So what this on error propagate will do? This on error propagate will catch the error and it will send error response. Okay. So let's see one working use case. So this time I will configure on error propagate. I will move this logger in on error propagate and I will delete this on error continue. We have this on error propagate. So first, let me execute this. Okay, so this one is execution done. Now let me test it. So this request come like this request came and this payload generated. It went to this transform message. It will fail and it will go to on error propagate. So now this time, okay, this is the detail of error object. Okay, and we have this on error propagate. So can anyone tell me like so for everyone just put in chat what will be error code and what will be error like response payload. In this case, what will be our this HTTP status and HTTP response? Everyone put in chat. This time we have on error propagate. Yeah, so I can see most of you have given correct answer only. So this time on error, what this on error propagate will do, it will catch the error and it will send the error response. Okay. In case of error response, what is the behavior of this listener? So this listener will send message as a error dot description, and then it will send status code by default 1. At this moment, we are sending by default 1, so it will send 500. So we are getting this. We are sending this 500, and this is the error dot error description in the plain text format. Okay. And if you remember, like first time I told, if you don't have error handler component, like we are not using on error continue, on error propagate, then it will go to default error handler, which is nothing but it's empty on error propagate. And we were getting same kind of display. So this is also nothing but it's a kind of empty on error propagate only. So what actually logger is there, but logger is just to display the log. Okay, we are not doing anything with payload or status code. So this will be treated as empty on error propagate. Okay, what response I am getting right now? Okay, in case of default also we got same thing, this only. Okay, so this proves that this default error handler contains on error propagate with empty empty on error propagate. Till this basic, like so far we have done with the basic of this error handling part. Anyone has any doubt on this basic part? Now slowly we will go on complexity. Okay, and for error handler we have lots of complexity and lots of complex scenario also. And interview point of view also, your 20% question will roam around this error handling. Okay, everything we will discuss, but we'll go step by step. Okay, so let me know, anyone has any doubt on this basic part?
Yes, Ravi, you said now on another propagated logger part you kept now here. That is equal to
Yes.
empty on another propagate, you said no?
Yeah.
Means here,
Yes.
when you run this one, that logger message won't be, we can't able to see in console now. Means it won't, means the logger message, you kept one logger message now.
Logger is coming now. Logger will come. Why I said this is similar to empty on error propagate? This logger component will not play any importance in your business logic. Okay. It will just create one console log. Okay.
Console message.
So it will not play any role in your API business logic. That's why I told it. You can assume there is nothing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, if everyone clear on this basic part, then let's take a 15 to 20-minute break, and then we'll go on next part. Okay. Or if you want, we can split. We can go in data view part, and we can continue on this. Yeah, let's split into two part only. Okay. After break, we will go on data view part. Since error handling is a bit complex now, whatever next thing will come, that will be complex part only. We will do lots of things. So better for everyone, today everyone will go and we'll do small practice on whatever I did. Okay, you also need to do same thing to get more clear understanding. And tomorrow we will go in detail. Okay, tomorrow we will continue with error handling only with detail part and complex part. Okay, let's take today, I think 15-minute break should be enough. Okay, let's take 15-minute break. We'll come and we'll start data week part again. So 15 minutes will be good, or you want 30, 20 minutes?
Is it signal break, Ravi?
Yeah, after this we will have 1 hour session.
1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, generally we will take break based on the topic only. So we have here 2 part. Error handler we completed. Now after break we will start data week part. So let's take 20 minutes, I think. We can start now. Just give me one. So we'll start data view now. Let me see what's going on from that time only. Okay. So let me put in group. So we will start with data view core function first. Okay. So here we have all the core functions. So I'm sending this link also. Whenever you will have free time, you will also go through this. And today I will explain few core function. Okay. So as we seen last day, we are going to use this data view playground to learn this data view. Okay. And yesterday we seen some of the basic things. Okay. Like we seen how we can do like transformation of very simple payload. Today we'll take some more complex payload and we'll do more to see on that. So again, we have this JSON object. Here we have this user ID, job title, first name, last name, preferred full name, and this all these things. Okay. Now in this phone number, this time I am getting +1 and this. Okay. If I will display this payload, then it will come like this. Now my requirement is there. Whatever phone number is there, I don't want this plus name, +1. Okay. I want things after this +1 and space. I want only mobile number. So can anyone tell me what will be syntax if I want to get this phone number? Okay, where phone number will not contain the country code. It will be after this. Anyone has any idea what will be syntax? Sorry.
Substring.
Yeah. So we have substring function in data view. Okay. So that is one way we can do this. And a part of that substring function also, first thing, if I will type here, that is the substring one will be easiest way. But for that, you need to know the substring function structure and all. But the easiest way will be payload dot phone number. Now you can see this phone number contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then these many of character. Okay, this is a string which contain many character. So I can treat this as a array. Okay. First plus one will be on 0th index. One will be on first index. This space will be on second index. And this 4 will be on third index. Okay. So what I can do, I can take from 3 to -1. So you can see it's giving me starting from this 408. So it will remove your country code. Okay. So what this will do, if you have any string and you want to take any specific character from there, so just count the number of position of that character. Let's say 4. So position of this 4 character is first, second, third, fourth. Okay. Remove minus, like whatever count is there, just do -1, since indexing will start from 0. 0, 1, 2, and this is the third. So this is the third. And I want to take all the character after this. So I kept 2 -1. -1 means wherever it will end. Okay. But if you want to take a specific, let's say I want to take only 408. So you can take 3, 4, 5. So 3 to 5. It will give you only 408. Everyone clear on this? So you can treat any string as a array, and then what it will do, you can take or you can fetch only specific character from there. So first thing you need to give their starting index, then 2 and index. If you want to take only one character, then just put 3. So it will take only character from index number 3. Index, one thing you need to keep in mind, index will always start from 0. Okay. So 3, you can see here, first 0, first, second, third. So third index will be 4. We are getting 4. If you want to take multiple character, then 3 to till which index? I want to take till 8. So it will take till 8. If you want to take last till last, then -1. Okay. Hope everyone clear on this part. Now, on this phone number only, I want to see this phone number contains country code or not. What is the country code for US +1? So I want to check this phone number contains country code or not. So what I can do, this payload dot phone number, and then here you can see contains. What I want to check, what it contains or not, +1. So I will put, so it's giving me true, since it contains this +1. Okay. Even if it will contain +1 in between also, then also it will give you true only. If it will contain +1 at any position, it will give you true. Okay. So whenever you are checking this content function, whenever you are using this content function, you need to do it cleverly. Okay. So for example, I want to check this like this 08 or not, or let's say I want to check this content 22 or not. So you can see here it contains 22 multiple times. Okay. Okay, let me frame this question in this way. This question is for everyone. So everyone know this content syntax. Now everyone need to write this syntax for data view, where I want to check this phone number. This is the country code, this is the area code, and this is the number. Okay. any phone number is divided into three parts. This is first one is STD code, that is country code. This is the area code within that country, and this is the phone number. Okay. Now I want to check in this phone number, whatever number is there, that number start from 22 or not. Okay. So everyone need to write this syntax using this contain function to check this phone number contain area code starting from 22 or not. So everyone do it and put in chat.
Ravi, can you please repeat this contains once again, meanwhile?
Yeah, so you know, like any phone number contain three parts. First part will be your STD code, second one will be your area code, and third one will be your phone number. Okay, so here my question is, I want to check whatever phone number is there, this number is there, this number start with 22 or not.
Yeah, that is fine, but can you repeat this one? This payload dot phone number contains +1.
Okay. Yeah, so what you need to do, this content function will tell you this particular string, whatever string you are giving. Okay, this particular string contain this particular character or not.
Okay.
This content function will tell you this particular string will contain this particular character or not. So you can see in this phone number, it contains +1. That's why we are getting 2. If I will do +2, then it will give false since there is no +2 here.
Got it. Thanks.
So one person has given answer. So let's wait for other. So far I can see only one correct answer. Balaji, your one is incorrect. Swapna, your one is incorrect. Gunugunta. So your one is incorrect. Kanuganti, your one is correct. Priya, incorrect. Still incorrect. Only one answer I can see correct. A part of that, everyone. Alija, your one is correct. For this also there are multiple way, but yeah, and if you can find any one solution, that is fine. Okay, fine. So let me tell you. So few people has a given answer. So what they did first, they fetched out 8,9. 8,9 only, no? 8 to 9. So what they did first, they filter out these two characters. Okay. So using this array function, first they removed all the character, they kept only this character. Let me see index is correct or not. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be 7 to 8, not 8 to 9. It should be 7 to 8. Okay. So what they did, they took character from 7 to 8, and then this 7 to 8 will be initial these two character. Okay. And we are planning to check only these two character. If you will check contains 2 2 or not, this is also possible in that case. It contains 2 3 at the beginning, but this entire thing contain 2 2. So this will also will give you true only. But our objective is to check this initial two character starting with 2 2 or not. Okay, so only you need to check with these two character. So what they did, they took first those two character, okay, and then they checked contains 2 2 or not. Okay, so instead of 2 3, it will be 2 2. So you can get true here. Okay, hope everyone clear on this. Now, second approach, what I will do, I want to check initial two characters. So before that initial two character, there is one hyphen. So what I will do, I will check this with this entire string, but I will check with this hyphen 22. Okay. If we are checking hyphen 22, then definitely it will be on this place only. Other places, either it will be 22 without hyphen. So if I want to check initial two character, then hyphen 22 will also prove same thing only. So any of these two logic is fine. Everyone clear on this part, or anyone has any doubt and you want me to explain again? Is it clear for everyone?
Could you please explain once?
So what we are doing here, so there are two ways by which we can identify and ensure that we are checking these two character only. As per our question, we want to check with these two character starting phone number. This entire thing is phone number, but in this phone number, it's split into three part: country code, area code, and the number. So you want to check in number, it start with 2 2 or not. So how we will ensure we are checking starting two character from number or not. So either we can check minus like hyphen 2 2, that will denote we are always considering this only, since hyphen will come before this initial two character only. Other thing what other people did, they took 7th and 8th index. Okay, 7th index and 8th index will be initial two character of this number. So they took that 7th and 8th index and they checked this contains 2 2 or not. So both are correct logic only.
Okay.
Everyone clear with this content logic? Okay. Now we will check another logic that is ends with. Okay. So here. Now, if our requirement is now this phone number ends with 2 or not. Okay. So for that we have ends with, and then we can give 2. So you can see here it's coming true. If I will change ends with 5 or 6, then you can see this is false, since this number ends with 2. But we are checking it end with or not. That's why it's coming as a false. So it's very similar to contents. In contents, we are checking anywhere, but in ends with, we are checking only last character.
In contents, can we give the range?
contains will
Contains or
contain
end with also. Can we give the range?
what range? I'm not getting this.
I mean, like last digit, it should be between 1 to 9 or 0 to 9. It should not have any
Okay.
space or any special character.
Okay. That one even I haven't checked, but we can try. Range work. Let me check range to accept. Contains Usoft. Okay. E and G. Actually, contain this regex regular expression also, but so in this way you can write regular expression also. So what this regular expression mean? This preferred full name contains anything in between A to D or not. Okay, let's say I am removing this A and I'm pressing T, so it will come false since this doesn't contain anything in between A to D. Okay, and this it accept regular expression also contain like accept a regular expression. Okay, so for regular expression there are many websites. From there you can generate regular expression. Is it clear now?
This is for the entire string, right? For my requirement was, supposing the phone number, the last digit, I want to check it doesn't have any special character.
Last character should not have a special character. For that also you will have multiple special characters, so you need to use regex only. So let's see. Yeah, and with contain this. It support regular expression or not. Don't mention any regular character. Regular expression, but if contain accept, then it should also accept, but I need to check. That part I will check later on. I never used that one. Okay. It was not in my use, but still I will check. But contents part you are clear that support regular expression. And if you want to check, like let's say here also you want to check this last character should not be part of A to D. Okay. So here what you can do, last character you can take -1. It contains A to D or not, contain S. Okay. Let's say A to S. So it's coming true since it last character is S and this regular expression is checking from A to S. Okay. And if you want to check with ANDs, let me try with ANDs with also. Okay. For ANDs with it's coming false. Yeah, for ANDs with they haven't mentioned regular expression anywhere. So I need to check it will support or not, but contents will check. Contents will accept. And in case of contents, you need to check last character. Then take this -1, which will give you last character, and then you can check it contains anything between A to S or not. Hope this
Thank
is
you.
clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, what I will take. Let me take first any integer value. Let's say user ID is integer value. Okay, and I want to check this result. Okay. This user ID is even or odd. Okay, I want to check. So we have some functions by which first let me take user ID. So we are getting this, and then so here is even we are writing this function and we are passing one value inside this function. So what this function will check, it will take that value and it will check that is even or odd. So here we are passing payload.user_id, which is 1001, which is odd number. So that's why we are getting false. Now we will make it from 1001 to 1002. So this is now even number. So you can see here true. Okay. Similar to each even, we have is empty. So you can see there, here this user ID contains some value. That's why is empty is coming as a false. Now you can see this is empty is coming as a true, since inside this payload.user_id, okay, which contains empty value, null value. Okay, that's why it's coming as a true. So each empty will tell you that particular element contains any value or not. Even if you will remove this particular, then also it will come true only. So in case of is empty, it will check either null value or empty value. Okay. Similar to is even, we have is odd also. Then we have is decimal also. Okay, if you will type is, then it will suggest you. Is blank, is decimal, is empty. Is even, is integer, is leap year, is odd, if else. So we have this many things. Where we are checking any of these things are there or not. Okay, if it will match, then it will give you true. If not match, it will give you false. Okay, so far we have discussed few functions like is empty, is even. Then we discussed contents, and then we discussed
Ends with.
ends with. Yeah. So anyone has any doubt on this part? Okay. If not, then we'll go for next part. So next we have index of. So you can see here. Let me take some other example. So here what we are doing, we are checking this index of function. So this index of function will tell you index of this particular character in this array. Here we preferred full name. Preferred full name is not an array, but it is string. So string is nothing but it's a collection of, or it's array of characters. Okay, string is nothing but it's a array of character. So it will work on for string also, and it will work for array also. Okay, so what we are checking for this particular string, it contains what is the index of this O. So if you see here, index of O is 1. And if you count here, T that is on 0th, O on first. Okay, if you want to check, let's say for N. So here we will put N. So index of N is 6.
If you have duplicate characters, okay.
Yeah. If it will be duplicate, if there will be any duplicate character, then it will take index of first character. Okay, let's say we have here Tom HTOKS. Okay, and I'm checking for O. So you can see here, it's taking this first O.
Do you have any function, similar function for integer values also?
For integer value, like what exactly? Can you give me more detail?
Like in integer also, yeah, so we cannot get. It is not a collection of, or it is not array, right?
Sorry, I didn't get. Tell me again. For integer function, what you are saying?
No, for integer function also, if you want to get something
Yes.
like 0th index or something.
It will check that value is integer or not, is it? Not getting your question. Can you tell me again? Sorry.
No, my question was for integer, we have 1002, right?
Yes, correct.
So I want to check what is the one number index.
Okay, index of 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me check this. Generally, it's for, let me check. It support integer or not. Yeah, it's supporting that. Yeah, it's supporting integer. Okay, so today we did some practice on data weave also. So I will not take too much things, otherwise it will be difficult for you to digest. So whatever we covered today, everything is very important. Okay, you will use all these things very frequently. Error handling also, and in data weave also we used 5-6 functions which are frequently used function. So what will be your task tomorrow morning, or let me upload this video as soon as possible. I will try to upload now only. Let me upload now only. Okay. And then just go through this video. Whatever I did, just first do this practice in your system. Tomorrow I will give you 5 assignment. Okay. That will be based on these concepts only. But first go with those video and then try to do everything in your system. Okay, fine then. Thanks everyone.